And as you've mentioned a couple of times, living here in the West, we live in a fire prone, no matter where we live, but especially in the Sierra Cascade region, we live in a fire prone environment. And this is the time right now in spring that we should be preparing for that. And so I'm sure, yes, I'm sure you've had a lot of conversations with folks about this. We're always trying to emphasize how important it is to make your property wildland fire safe,
right.
et cetera. Are there other things that people can do on their own properties or for their neighbors or as a community that you see as being overlooked often enough?
It takes a community effort. There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Where I live here, we're up against a state park. State parks, we found out last year, do not have a fuels reduction program. I mean, not an official one. They do forestry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they'll go and they'll thin trees and they'll do some chipping and they'll do those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't set up for the fact that they were in an urban environment, totally surrounded by town. And everybody's losing their insurance because, oh, you live on a slope right by a forest that is, you know, you can't go in and clean. So last year we campaigned with them, and then we started working with them in CAL FIRE, and they did a phenomenal job going in there and cleaning up behind us. Right. But it's a community effort to get stuff done. Sure. In our town, we're one of the few areas on the Sierras that hasn't had a major fire in a while, so now we're petrified. And rightly so. So people are taking down trees. They're trying to get the spacing between trees. People are clearing property. Properties are being cleared that I don't even know who they belong to, but man, it looks gorgeous. You know, and that's what it's going to take, because we can't stop the suppression side yet.
Mm-hmm.
And we never would really stop it. We've got too much of an urban interface.
Sure.
But if we can get to the point where people are cleaning their own properties, whether it's a city, county, state, federal, I don't care who it is, besides and private. And we can get some prescribed burning going, which in our case is predominantly in January. Where we live, we get a lot of stuff between November and February done. Okay. Fire crews aren't armed then. The Forest Service answer was a lot of about a third of each, like hot shot crew or engine crew, is a permanent employee. So we have that pool to go do pile burning, prescribed burning. CAL FIRE really doesn't own a lot of property. They take care of private property. They have a few forests. They have one up there on the coast. They have the sequoias, but they don't own a lot of land. So they have to be invited in to go do prescribed burns. And they work with the community to do what they call VMPs and go do veg management burning program. And they do some beautiful work too.
Excellent.
Yeah. So it's just getting everybody used to the idea that we aren't just fire prone. We are supposed to have fire in order to have these trees. They like fire underneath them because that's what started this whole ecosystem all over the West that we have.